back in the woods again with the dogs. And again, they're running ahead, and then they fall behind, and then they run ahead, and then they fall behind. It's interesting. They don't really care about me. They're just, as long as they know that I'm relatively close and they can hear my voice, that's about all that matters to them. But it matters to me that I catch up with them. Do you know why? Because my dogs are stupid. Love them to pieces, but man, they're stupid. Every once in a while, I'll walk out into my living room, and one of my dogs has hacked up something that is, well, let's just say it's not very appealing. Dozer gets into the garbage and, well, you never know what's going to come up. But Charlie eats grass, and that makes her throw up. But you know what? She keeps doing it. I was just walking along, and she found something, and she was chomping on. Dozer found something, and he was chomping on it. They find that they just shove it in their head and start chomping. That's the way of figuring things out, and they love it. It seems the grosser, the better for them. Anyways, and I think stupid dogs, you should know better, because it makes you throw up, and that's never pleasant. They don't seem to care, and I think they're stupid, but the reality is, I find that a lot of times I'm pretty stupid too. It's not that I'm necessarily intending to go out and do something stupid. I just don't think about it. And I go out and I do something, and the next thing you know, I'm putting my hands where they don't belong, or grabbing something that I don't need, or taking something that I should probably just leave alone. And then I find myself stuck with something that I never wanted in the first place. You know, the Bible says be wise. And being wise, a lot of times, is just taking the time to stop and think about it. Is this good for me? Is this something that I really want? Is this something that's going to bring me into a greater walk with God and a greater understanding of His nature and His person? Is this going to lead me in a way that I'm going to be able to achieve the good life, the life that Jesus Christ came to offer? And a lot of times we miss out on things simply because we don't think about it. We're not wise. We're not conscientious. We're oblivious, and we just move on with life and find ourselves with things that we really don't need. You know, the Bible talks a lot about being wise, a lot about being aware, a lot about being intentional about life. And when we're not intentional, sort of like Yogi Berra said, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else. If you don't take the time to stop and think, where am I going with this? You'll end up with a lot of things you don't want. A lot of stuff that we have in life, the problems that we have, are simply because we didn't take the time to stop and think about it before we started. I know I need to stop and think a lot more. I mean, it seems the older I get, sometimes the less I take the time to stop and think about things and just kind of do things by habit. But that's not a healthy way to go. That's not a very productive or constructive way to approach life. So, I want to be wise. And I want to make a difference in the world and not have the world make a difference in me. You know what I'm saying? Hope that's been an encouragement to you. It's just kind of what I'm thinking about, and seeing the dogs eating gross things. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't want to shove stupid stuff in my mouth either. Anyways, I hope that's been an encouragement. We'll talk to you later.